Is it disappointed? What went wrong?
We quite clearly weren't good enough. There was a lot of disappointing performances. I think we all know the team well enough to know that that was way below standards that they've probably set, and are needed in order to win games at this level. Of course, as always, and I mean this, at the end of the day, I'm responsible for performances. I'm the manager, so the bottom line is the manager's responsible for performance, because you set the team up and you pick the team and the shape and all the rest of it, and you try and organise a way of playing in it, and we just looked disjointed, and it was a lot of them. I've got to, I mean, I'll look at myself as I always do, but I think the fans and everybody, I think we all look at that, and we just spoke about it in there. We have to have a good look at ourselves as players and take our share of responsibility. I think there's a share on everybody, but that just all over the pitch just wasn't good enough.
You're always the first, Micky, to take the blame and defend your players, which is great as a manager. But have some of the players let you down?
I think I've got to be careful what I say now, because I think the bottom line is the manager is the man who's in charge of the performances, isn't he? He, at the end of the day, has to try and get the players to perform for the football club. So I think I'm quite. You don't get into management if you don't know that that's the way that it works. But I think as players, I think if I was a player tonight, I would certainly be very disappointed about an awful lot about what I did tonight, and I would be wondering if I stuck to the plan of how we were going to play. Did I run hard enough? Did I work smart enough? Did we do the jobs that we're out there to do? And it just didn't look like that. We tried to change the shape of it a little bit and go to a back four and try and win the game. Really, we didn't think we'd created any chances or enough chances, which opened us up. We went wide open, and it became a running game from one side to the other. And at that point, you look at it and you think, we need to stiffen this up again here, because we are wide open. So we bring on a midfield play to try and do that, to try and help us do that. But listen, that's a decision that we made, and it didn't work. So again, you take responsibility for that, your share of responsibility in that. But it's a performance that certainly that players and managers and supporters of Tranmere won't be able to accept.
Maidenhead obviously did their homework on Tranmere tonight, because the full-backs, as ever in the first half, they were bombing on, but they just couldn't seem to get that quality ball into the box.
Who, us?
The full-backs, yes.
Our wing-backs? No, I don't think. Listen, I could go over a whole lot of it. None of it really worked, as I say, the way that we had prepared for it to happen. We didn't pass it well enough, we didn't work hard enough, we didn't show enough enthusiasm, we didn't show enough creativity, imagination, didn't show any of that. But I'm keen to make sure that I know that everybody knows I'm not trying to shift blame. I'm big enough to take responsibility for my part in all of that. But no, nothing really that we've come to know about the way that we play happened tonight.
Obviously, not one person is to blame, but as a manager, where do you think it is going wrong, Mick? Where do you think that we can look to improve over the coming games?
Well, I think everybody has to take their share of responsibility. I think we all do. I think there's no doubt about that. It's at 10 games gone now, and when you look over it, we all have to take our share of responsibility. We as a group just haven't really got it going. And tonight, I mean, we can't complain about the preparation, because we've come down and we've done everything that we can, the best that we can. So we can't blame that. The club's been brilliant that way. It's just the application from us all, the desire from us all, which again has to be at the manager's door, because you're responsible for performance, and I'm keen to make sure that everybody knows that. I'm not trying to shift blame or blame anybody else, but I wasn't able to get a performance out of them tonight. I wasn't able to get them to run hard or run smart or play any kind of combinations or hold it up front or defend properly at the back. Midfield we looked wide open. I wasn't able to get away with that tonight.
Looking at a positive aspect, Micky, was that he hadn't done together again tonight.
I felt sorry for him because we went to a back four because we wanted to try and get some width into the game and try and get a wee bit further up the park with more bodies and get some service into the box for the front men, because it wasn't going up front and getting held up at all. We weren't getting it in the pocket and getting turned and getting it up, so that it wasn't working. So we felt that we could go to a back four, which we should be able to do because we've done it before and we've worked on it and we know what we should do, and it never worked. So Evan, I thought had a really good debut. I thought for such a young lad to come into this, I thought he did really well. So he can come out of this with some credit tonight. I thought that he showed the fighting qualities and the desire and the enthusiasm to want to play for Tranmere and want to fight for Tranmere. He certainly showed that.
And they're not trying to put up excuses or give you an excuse to say, Micky, but looking at the pitch tonight, it wasn't the easiest of pitches to play, and it looked quite choppy and greasy in places tonight. I
thought the pitch was fine, honestly. With the wet on it, I wouldn't like to have played it when it was dry, but it was wet, so the ball moves across it fast, which is fine, which takes away all that bobble stuff. I'm not going to make any excuses. We didn't pass it well enough. We didn't pass it with a purpose well enough. When we get into good areas, we weren't good enough with it. Just all over. We never worked the overloads that our system should have had against a 4-4-2. We never worked it well enough. When we did, it was too slow. We kept getting the ball away very cheaply, and when we did get into some good areas, we just didn't show the quality that we needed to get to that goal.
A horrible night, Micky. Myself as a Tranmere fan and the travelling 306 fans as Tranmere fans that came down tonight, and many go down disappointed, but you got a message for the fans?
Your support was fantastic, as it always is. It's terrific to a man and woman and boy and girl, whatever. That's one thing that's been fantastic in every game. All the 10 games is they've been great. They deserve better than what we gave them tonight. There's no doubt about that. When you get that kind of following so far away from home, they need to be represented better than that. There's no doubt about that, and that hurts. That hurts. I'm trying to hold back my real emotions, and that's pure anger. I'm trying to be constructive, but I'm trying to make sure that people know that I'm devastated, to be fair, because it just didn't look anything like us, and I've got to take responsibility for that.
Thanks, mate.
All right.